I hit the button, and it didn't want to go. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how I end up making the same mistake so often. Like, one day I will get it down. What I was saying was, tonight we're hitting the end of timelining the Batman Beyond tie-in comics, the ones that ran in tandem with the show. We'll probably still be doing some more Batman Beyond after that, with the Earth 12 stuff, because the timeline I'm working on is just for everything DCAU I can fit on it. I don't care if it's canon or not. We're just gonna have the most extensive timeline ever. But yeah, real quick, let me run through some of y'all messages, other than the ones where you're talking about how I'm muted, because I saw those out the corner of my eye over here. Let me run through some of them and say hey to y'all. Let's see, I'm seeing Ducky730 and Dark Avenger both in here. Hey, how's it going? Please be real. This is absolutely real. What do you think this is, a fake live stream? I don't fake nothing. I love watching these comic reading live streams. Hell yeah! Well, I'm glad we can give you a little bit of entertainment with it. Seeing Boris Nizitone, Tom Jerbick, Joel P. Hey, how's it going, all y'all? Chris Anderson, hello. As soon as I saw the title, I had to click off what I was doing and get ready to view this. Hell yeah. Hopefully what you were doing wasn't anything important, because if it was, you might want to do that instead. Let's see. I'm seeing Milestone Comics with a picture of Michael Jordan. Is that the real Milestone Comics? Probably not. But hey, how's it going? Demarion Coleman. Hey, how's it going? Can't believe I just found this channel. Well, I'm glad you finally found us. We've been waiting for you, legend. Wait for it, Derry. We've been waiting for you this whole time. Let's see. Mute, no sound. Static Shock Batman Beyond crossover, one of my favorite. Hell yeah, that is a good one. No sound, muted, blah, blah, blah. There it goes, we can hear now. Okay, Michael Labrador, thanks for the heads up. You guys do such an excellent job. Would love to see you guys have a booth at Comic-Con someday. That'd be cool. That'd be really neat. James Fowler saying, hey, hello. Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. That's true. That is true. Oh my gosh, it's Josh. As a former manager of McDonald's, those are all... Wait, no, Whopper's on the Burger King menu. It's false. Wowie says, help, Disney made another first openly gay character to try to make me watch their movie. Wait, what movie? What movie is it? It's Ryan, borrowing my folks' account. Well, hey, Ryan, how's it going? Hugs to everyone. Yes, pain. Jake, get out of pain and into... I was gonna just reflexively say pain pills, but that's not a good idea. Pain pills will fuck you up. That's not an addiction you wanna try to fuck around with. Love the vids, man. Well, hey, thank you. That's a much appreciated. Who's the father of Harley's twin kids? I am the dad. Is TikTok not important? True that. What's up with you, Batsy41? Slime Mike coming in with the Froge. That's true. Gotta love Batman Beyond. If any series deserves an adventures continues as Batman Beyond. That's the truth. We need some more fucking Batman Beyond shit up in this house. Oh, Cruella. Okay. The Joker Cruella movie. Is that out already? I forgot all about that. Static Shock and the Zeta Project seem to be the only DCAU shows that didn't have tie-in comics. That's true. There's one Static Shock comic that was part of a 9/11 memorial thing that DC did, that they legitimately call it Static Shock instead of Static, and they use the costumes and stuff from the show, but the continuity doesn't really add up. I don't think that's what the point was, though, obviously, since it's part of a 9/11 deal, but it's there. It exists. So Zeta got even less. Static got the one thing, though. Let's see. All Things Milestone fan channel. Okay, gotcha. I got it. Hell yeah. I found the Batman Beyond complete DVD series while I was on vacation in Florida. Hell yeah. Can Batman Beyond work in live action? Yes. but you gotta build up a world before you get to it. You can't just do Batman Beyond and say like, oh, here it is on its own. You gotta have like a fucking set in stone universe that actually makes sense. So, you know, it's gonna be a while. My favorite McNugget dipping sauce. It's all about the sweet chili sauce, 100%. Have you guys had James Tucker on? We haven't. I would love to. We talk to him on Twitter all the time, and I don't know why we've never just been like, hey, let's do an interview. But now that you're mentioning it, we should totally try to set that up sometime. James and Ted, if you're in the room, let's do that. Barbecue's alright, but it's no sweet chili. How pumped are you for the new Batman animated series coming to HBO Max? I'm excited for it. I'm a lot more excited for My Adventures with Superman. That looks so much more up my alley. Like, I'm glad that Bruce Timm is getting to do like a passion project he's wanted to do for a while. He's always wanted to do like a 30s, 40s Batman kind of thing. So I'm excited for him there. I'm thinking that there's going to be like some real good shit to come out of it. But at the same time, I just feel like, I don't know, there's so much Batman already that like, it's hard to be excited for it, right? Like I'm glad it'll be there, but I'm not as excited as I am for My Adventures with Superman. Batman Beyond in Arkham game. That'd be cool. Any favorite moment of Over the Edge? Also, great job on the Batman content. The entirety of Over the Edge is good. But hey, thanks for the compliment. Can the Flash new movie help hint for Batman Beyond? I don't know. I'm not really keeping up with it. Hi man, I've been a big fan of the DCAU for a very long time, and I really love your channel. Hey, well thanks for being here with us. Got my Batman and Robin Adventures Annual #1 this week. True. Well, now that I've caught up, now that we're all up to date with each other, ka-chow. I feel like a lot of y'all are kind of new faces tonight, so just for those of you who don't know, over these last couple months, we've been like working on actually like putting everything on an actual timeline, like trying to actually make it all make sense. We started by going back through I think it was my first timeline video, the Batman Beyond timeline video, and then placed everything from there, and then started working with guidebooks and stuff like that, and decided to, you know, let's read the comics and see what we can put in from there. And as I said, we're on the last two comics tonight. We're on Batman Beyond 23 and 24. I was gonna do them all last week, but I figured, you know what, let's stretch a little bit more. This is 22, however. This is one of the ones we did last week. Let me see if I can get it to just scoot on over to the next issue. There we go. This one's a Royal Flush Gang one. How is Earth 16 and DCAU connected? Earth 16, what is that? Is that the Young Justice universe? Is that what that was? Yeah, Young Justice universe. I mean, the Teen Titans Go crossover that's coming up soon might actually give a pretty direct link between the two. It's good to be back here again this Saturday. Hell yeah. Hey, welcome back, Jack Napier Reborn. What are your thoughts on Batman The Long Halloween? I'm excited for it. I still need to watch the JSA movie. I tried to pop it on the other day, and I just wasn't in the headspace to sit through a whole movie at the time, and I haven't gone back to it yet. So I need to go back, need to finish that. I might throw that on when I go to bed tonight. I don't think about it. An interesting theory. Does anyone remember when Joker and B-Test made a robot, Captain Clown? The robot Batman, could Joker may have been the prototype OG Zeta Nah. Captain Clown's not part of the Zeta Project. Not Earth 16, my bad. I meant the other Batman Beyond comics. Oh, the Earth 12. Oh, yeah. So, like, the Earth 12 stuff, like, it started off specifically being like set kind of in the mainstream DC universe, and then when Kyle Higgins got on board, he said, okay, but instead I actually want this to be set in the DCAU. And so it's the same Earth, but it's got the histories of both in it. And like, it kind of has weird contradictions and stuff as a result. But like, I still wanna put that stuff on the timeline just to be on top of everything. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's hop into Batman Beyond 23. It's a Royal Flush Gang one called Wild Cards, written by Paul Story, who wrote the Gotham Girls miniseries. That was a lot of fun. This is too easy. What do you mean? Hold that thought.
Any ideas?
Hoo-ha! I am in for sure. Unless you mean in jail, you're way off. You! Yeah, me. Now you'd better... Shway! I was hoping for a shot at you. Now I can really prove myself. Huh? Thunk, thunk, thud. Whoa! It's not nice to play with knives, Drag. You might get hurt. Now that that's out of the way, you were saying? It doesn't fit. All the other recent burglaries have been very slick. This guy was sloppy, easy to spot, hard to believe he pulled the other jobs. Good point. Maybe you'd better ask him a few questions before. Woo, woo, woo. Sounds like Gotham's finest are on their way. Maybe they'll get something out of him once he wakes up. You'd better head for home. Early day for you tomorrow, isn't it? Don't remind me. I've seen enough. Time to notify the others that the final selection has been made and get them fitted. Wait a minute, aren't we going to help Gary? Why bother? He failed. Besides, the police are too close to risk it. But he's a friend of mine. Besides, what if he talks? He won't. He'll be too afraid of what I'll do to him if he does. So did he talk? Oh, he talked all right. Unfortunately, what he said didn't make much sense. Get off the phone! It's family day! What? Hang on, I can't hear you. Leave me alone, Twip. This is important. You were saying? I tapped the police files. According to them, he was bragging that this job was his initiation. Says all the recent burglaries have been tryouts. Tryouts? For what? The Royal Flush Gang. What? Mom, Terry's on the phone. He's supposed to be getting ready. Damn. Why did they just do like a close-up zoom here instead of just... I don't understand the way they do digital panels, but you know, that they be doing it that way. Would you like to see Batman done as an anime? I mean, does the Gotham Knights movie count? Was it called Gotham Knights? I think the one where they did like a bunch of different vignettes. That and Batman Samurai kind of had anime roots to it, but I do think there was like another one recently, and it's I'm blanking on it, but now I want to look it up. I really loved reading Long Halloween. I still haven't read it yet. I do need to give it a go, but I'm excited for the movie regardless. Captain Clown is just a guy, and he is also alive in Batman and Harley Quinn for some reason. Because you can rebuild robots. Did you like Jason Todd's origin in BTAC? Nah, I wasn't very much a fan of Jason Todd's incorporation there. I just hope the new Batman series that Bruce Timm is working on art style is like the... I'm sure it'll be Bruce Timm styled, but look like, you know, the 30s and 40s stuff. Cool. I'm playing Among Us and Red is sus. What should I do? You gotta hit the button. Not to be a dick, Mattie. I know you're not up to date with current times, but have you seen the trailer for Venom Let There Be Carnage? Yes, I have, and I'm really interested in it. It actually like made me want to go back and watch the first Venom for the first time, because nothing about the way that movie was set up had me interested. But now this new one looks really cool. Have you seen Justice Society World War II? Nah, I was saying I put it on the other day, but like I wasn't in the headspace to watch a full movie, and I just haven't gotten back around to it. But I'm gonna try to make time for it soon. When you're done with your timeline, will you post it to YouTube? It'll be somewhere for sure. We'll probably have like a YouTube video, but yeah, something like that. YouTube video, web page, something along those lines. The YouTuber The Fourth Snake made a video for his version of Batman Ninja. It was really cool. You should check it out. Has stuff like Magical Girl, Green Lanterns, and Common Rider Flash. That sounds interesting. But you're red. Well, you gotta hit the button anyway. I remember in JLJLU, the Z8 training robots look like Zeta. Yeah, that was intentional. World War II is good. Yeah, I was really looking forward to it. I just like, that was a weird night for me. I don't know. June 11th is part 1. Yes, that sounds right. Was it the 11th or the 22nd? It was one of those. You might be more right though. Terry! It's Mr. Wayne, Mom. You know the rules. Give me the phone. But now. Good morning, Mr. Wayne. How are you today?
Very well, Mrs. McGinnis. Thanks for asking. I hope that I haven't gotten Terry in any trouble. He mentioned that you have some plans for today.
Yes, I hope you won't take this the wrong way, but since Terry started working for you, in addition to school and spending time with his friends, we just don't get to spend much time together as a family anymore. I've instituted a new policy, Family Day, where Terry, Mattie, and I spend at least one day together every weekend.
I understand. I'm sure my conversation with Terry can wait for now. Enjoy your day.
Terry, you've barely touched your food. I know you used to come here with your father quite a bit. Does it bother you to be here? I thought coming here might bring back some good memories. Huh? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just thinking about something, some work I have to do for Mr. Wayne. Alright, that does it. Not another word about your job, young man. I know that Mr. Wayne is an important person, and that he's involved in some serious business, but it's nothing that won't wait for a few hours while you spend time with your brother and me. You don't understand? Not another word. Ha ha! Terry's in trouble. Matt! 11 a.m. 1:30 p.m. 4 p.m. 6 p.m. I'm very disappointed in you, Terry. Is one day so much to ask? You might as well not have been there at all. 8 p.m.
All done with your family commitments?
Finally, I thought our quality time would never end.
So, what's your game plan?
Something I was hoping to avoid. You know, I'm thinking about it. And like the way Terry is acting, like I get it, Batman stuff's important, but like this is not how I would have written this conversation if I were the one behind this. Like they just talked about Terry's dad being dead as shit, right? Like he's gotta know that like you gotta spend time with the ones you love because you never know when they'll be gone. Like that's gotta be a fucking thing that he knows. And Bruce had both of his parents killed at 8 years old. Why is he just like,
man, fuck spending time with family. Couldn't be me.
Like, that's his whole thing. That's his whole motivation. He just wants to make sure everyone gets their family time. That nobody gets their family taken away from them and shit. Like, this ain't Paul Story, I love you. But you could have done better 20 years ago. Hey. If Mr. Beast offered you $1 million to spoil Epilogue, would you do it? Yes. Yeah. July is part 2 of the long. Oh, yes, that is correct. Hey, Mattie, besides DC, I remember you had some Marvel comics in the background of one of your videos. Have you ever heard of a character called Death's Head? Not to be confused with Death's Head 2. Isn't ringing a bell for me. To be honest, the majority of the stuff that's on my shelf I have not read yet. I have a bad habit of going thrift shopping and just, if I see comics, I fucking grab them. And like, I get around to reading some stuff eventually, but like, I got real bad attention span. Focus is weird for me, so sitting down and reading is not something I do often. I did just start Tom King's Vision today, though. I was talking with Comic Drake last night, and he's doing a video that he wanted me to listen to him read over, and he wouldn't go to the end of it because the end of it apparently spoils this book, and so I promised him I would read it, but then I found out that the trade I have only has the first 6 of the 12 issues. But like, I try to chip through that stuff when I can find the drive to do it, but I am nowhere near as up on comics as my shelf would lead one to believe. We need a cast for these readings. I do want to join the Watchtower Database for one of these live reads. Maybe one day. Matt Spider-Bat. Hey, Claudio, how's it going? He shows his fam love in the show. Yeah, he does, but he still gets real annoyed with them all the time, too. Terry's got some nerve being like, ugh, family's such a drag to Bruce. My parents died when I was... my parents died when I was hard? Excuse me? My parents died when I was hard? I gotta imagine that's not what you were trying to say. And yet... in the Lego Batman movie, he didn't want to be part of a family. Yeah, but this ain't Lego Batman. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. What I missed? You missed the start of this book, where Terry has decided he doesn't want to spend time with his family, and Bruce doesn't like be like, hey man, you should spend time with your family. He's just like, well, if you gotta. Oh no, I typoed very... Okay. Okay, glad that's cleared up. Hey, David, how's it going? Aussie, welcome along, Aussie. What else am I missing? It's weird though, Bruce wants that for other families, but can't really do it for himself. The flaw is what makes his character... Oh yeah, I mean, for sure, but like, since he wants it for other people's families, like, it's obviously something that he would bring up with Terry, when Terry's like, being like, man, fuck my family, I don't want to deal with it, right? Like, he'd be like, well, Terry, you gotta... He can't bring himself to it just because, like, it's one of those things that's difficult when you like deal with trauma and shit. It's hard to process, and it makes you close yourself off in ways that seem ironic from the outside looking in. Also, I feel you with the new Superman series that you mentioned earlier, but just the idea of them really extending the DCAU gets me so excited. I mean, I don't think that they are extending the DCAU. I don't think that's going to be attached to the DCAU at all. If you're talking about the Batman thing, I think it's just going to be Bruce Timm styled, but it's not going to be part of the same universe. If it was, they wouldn't have been as vague in those articles, you know. He's doing more with the Tom King Visions. I guess he's doing. I don't feel like I can spoil his videos for him, but he did post a still on Twitter last night. He recorded like as soon as he got off the call and started editing, and like posted a screenshot on Twitter of a gag he told me about, and I was just like, Jesus, man, you work too fast. Death's Head is an interesting character. Had multiple crossovers in order to stay in the main Marvel comics. Okay, interesting. What do you think about the new announced Batman? I've answered this, I feel like, probably a couple times since the time the question was asked to the time that I'm getting to the question. Let's see. Yeah, Bruce acts all cold and shit, but show him a pic of Barbara or Wonder Woman and motherfucker goes down on his knees crying. Oh, beautiful. Terry, family days a drag over his father's grave. Reads my typo on screen. Feels bad, man. Hey, I mean, it happens. Hey, Dark Carnage, how's it going? Did you play the Arkham games, and if so, which one is your favorite? Yeah, it's been a while since I've played any of them. I mean, I played, you know, I played Arkham Knight the most recently, but I've always really liked City and Origins personally. I know Origins doesn't get a lot of love, but like that was my entry point into the franchise. Was like I started playing the games like right before Origins dropped, so that I could play Origins when it came out, and just having the hype built around it and everything just gives it a nice little warm spot in my heart. Mallrats is funny as hell. True. Dwayne Johnson isn't just playing Black Adam, but he's also voicing Crypto. True. I don't feel like in the show Terry minds his mom. It's more Matt that he always comes to blows with. Yeah, I mean, him and his mom go head to head a couple times, but not too often. It's just weird to see here that like they're both kind of against the family day idea. New Superman certainly not in the DCAU. Yes. Speak that. What is your wish list for the new Batman and Superman cartoons? I don't know, just for them to be good, you know. I try not to build up my own expectations because, you know, it's easier to get disappointed that way. Thanks for reading my comment. Who's been the most fun person to interview for you guys besides Dan Rebo, of course? Oh God, you know what? I really enjoyed when we talked with Will Friedle, but Susan Eisenberg is always a blessing. And Phil Lamar is really nice and kind. Honestly, they're all pretty fucking good interviews, and you know, nice people to be around. That Batman cartoon will probably be like Green Lantern animated series. Yeah, in that it looks like DCAU but isn't. Yes. Terry's charging Dick for his money on being Batman. I really liked Asylum and Origins best for whatever reason. True. Do I think OnlyFans will still exist in 2041? Maybe. Who knows? Terry will find out. I remember in Untouchable, Bruce says women used to swoon all over him, but he walked over them, implying that he pushed away Wonder Woman. Nah, like I think that's more in like, it's more towards like, you know, the Miss Bombi and who else was it? The fucking. Oh my God! Like the bullshit rich girls that always threw themselves at Bruce. Like that's who I think he's talking about. Never played Origins, but a lot of its hate comes from its initial glitchy PC release. That could be it. There we go. More Origins love. Will the Injustice movie be a retelling of the game? No clue. What do you think about the Joker in Mortal Kombat? I am very behind on Mortal Kombat. Maybe a cool tie-in with the Matt Reeves movie. I don't see them doing an animated like this takes place in a universe where we've got a live action movie and a live action spin-off already. It doesn't make much sense to me. It just seems like it's a period piece and it's just what it's gonna be. It just has Matt Reeves on it. Lost Batman Beyond episode where Terry has to get Max up. Oh no. No, Max is a child. She's a teenager. I'm not going there. He don't be hating on Miss Bambi. She's the best. Love that Will Friedle interview. So jealous you guys got to sit down and chat with him. Yeah, it was a real weird experience. I'm gonna answer this one and then get back to the reading. It was a really weird experience doing that. I think we had caught up with him on Twitter, and he was just like, yeah. Whenever you get there, just talk to my agent. We'll get something set up. So we talked to the agent, and she was just like, yeah, we'll make it work. Like on the first day of Comic-Con, and it's a 3-day thing. And the whole time, we're trying to keep in touch with her because the way that she had said it made it feel as though she was trying to get us set up to like sit down in person and like actually be in the same room when we do it and you know, during Comic-Con. And come to find out, that's not what she meant. and we were kind of annoying with how on top of it we were trying to be. But regardless, in the end, it all worked out. Everything was nice and good. Jackie, if you're out there, once again, thank you for setting that up for us. Sorry we were annoying. We're kind of new to the industry. I mean, not as new now than we were then, but you know. Anyway, thought our quality time would never end.
So, what's your game plan?
Something I was hoping to avoid. I know you're there. You might as well show yourself. How'd you know? I was a professional thief for a long time. You develop a sense for where things are, even in the dark. What is it this time? Somebody's holding auditions for the Royal Flush Gang.
Do you think she'll come through?
She'll come through. She just isn't very happy about it. Can't say as I blame her. After all, she's trying to go straight, trying to distance herself from her family, but every time we have problems with them, I go right to her.
Small price to pay for the years she spent as a criminal.
I guess? Sometimes it's hard to think of her as a crook, even a reformed one. Anyway, she pretty much came up with the same answer we did. 10's on the straight and narrow, her folks are in jail, and wouldn't even talk to each other even if they got out. Ace is in that police impound. That just leaves... Jack! I told you before! Call me King! Sorry, I forget. It's just that I met you as Jack, you know? Never mind that. How are the preparations going? Really good, honey. Really good. Everything should be ready by tomorrow night. Wonderful, my sweet. I just wish I could see the look on my father's face when he finds what I've begun. Damn, all these like real close zoom-ins on these panels are a little creepy.
Come on, Your Highness. Don't want to keep your visitors waiting.
My good-for-nothing son can wait. Serves him right for leaving me to rot.
I didn't say anything about your son.
Hello, Daddy. What are you doing here? I thought you wanted nothing more to do with the family. Or have you come to your senses? I did come to my senses. That's why I quit. I want a normal life. Normal life? I hear you're waiting tables these days. And you've got your brother washing dishes. Oh, Jack's not washing dishes anymore, Daddy. Really? What's he doing now? Has he been promoted to busboy? Actually, he promoted himself to king. Womp womp womp. Damn, he angry. That misbegotten, miserable, ungrateful worm! I'll make him pay for this outrage if it's the last thing I do. I thought you might feel that way.
Everything went as expected.
Yep, even better. I'd better get going. Don't want to be late.
I'm not so sure about this plan of yours. Are you?
You worry too much. Trust me.
It's not you I don't trust.
The king is dead! Long live the king! And I promise you my reign will be a lucrative one for each and every one of us. Together, we will pick this town clean. But first, it's time to welcome the final member to the gang. From this day forward, Wyatt here will be known as Jack. Jack, I think you already know everyone except for Chet here. We didn't have enough spare parts to get Ace up to full speed, so Chet is going to be piloting him until we do. Now, let me tell you what we've got planned for tonight. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 creds. Crash. You? How did you find us? he had some help. But I specifically chose a hideout that we'd set up after you ran off. True, but when I told Daddy what you were up to, he was more than happy to tell me all about it. You told Dad? And Daddy is the least of your worries, Jack. How could you, Jack? I bailed you out, set you up with a job, gave you a chance to go straight. This is how you repay me? Repay you? For what? Giving a master thief the chance to become a dishwasher? Please! What are you waiting for? Get them! I hear I have to thank you for taking out the competition. Let me give you a little something to say thanks. Oh, what I miss? Y'all got a lot going on. Greetings, everyone. Oh shit, forgot their ages, my bad. Hey, I mean, it happens, but yeah, you know, they're high school students. I guess in a Batman Beyond, you know, spin-off, they could be older, but we don't got that yet. Unless you count Batman Beyond 2.0 when they're in college, and then, you know, I guess that works. But AF Man Reviews, I have arrived. Well, hello. I saw some leaked promo art from a toy company, and it showed Battinson with white eyes. Hell yeah. I'm interested in that movie, but I'm hesitant. It just seems like more grimdark Batman, and I'm kind of exhausted with that. I like nice Batman, who's like just grumpy. Like I think we need more of that in the live action. What about the I word, Miss Bambi, 1993? True. If they were to make a Batman Beyond TV series, would you have it on CW or DC Universe? DC Universe doesn't have shows anymore, so that takes that out of the running. Do you know of Bat in the Sun? If so, what did you think of their latest film, Dying is Easy? You know, I started it, and like I said, I'm so fucking tired of grimdark Batman. Like, I do not care about what's going on in your fan film. If you start your fan film with like, there's a sex ring, like, I'm not gonna finish it. It's not for me. I'm sure that like it's probably fine at some point, but it's just not. It's not, you know, something that I would want to personally watch. It's not up my alley. I'm not the target demo. Do you think Kathy Kane could exist in the DCAU? Yeah, I don't see why not. Justice League Infinity shows us other realities. For example, a universe where Wonder Bat is a thing. I wonder if there are also going to show us a reality where Brother Eye. I mean, why would we need a separate reality where Wonder Bat is a thing? It could just be a thing in the main reality. New Batman Beyond anything would be sweet. What do we think is coming first? Game, TV show, or movie? I think they could definitely do a game. I think doing an Arkham Beyond game would work. I don't know that they'll do it, but I think it could work. A TV show could probably work if you set it, you know, even in the fucking Arrowverse. Like, it probably wouldn't be as good as it could be, but like, because it's got such a universe built up beforehand, like there'd be some stuff to play with, like there was in the cartoon. Otherwise, I don't think we're ready for it in a movie, unless you act as if all the 90s and early 2000s DC movies were all in one universe, and just be like, okay, this Batman Beyond movie is in the future of this cobbled together universe, and we can bounce off of that. Is King Slade? I was thinking the same thing. He do be looking that way. Dr. Robotnik? Yes, true. Chet does look like Robotnik. Gotta go now. Have a good night. You too, Josh. Have you noticed that the royal gang from Wildcards is based on Gen 13? Even the general that is guarding them and gets killed by Joker looks like Lynch from the Wildstorm universe. Huh. I don't know anything about Gen 13 other than the name of the name of the book being Gen 13. So that's an interesting pull. Monopoly still a popular reference 40 years from now, whenever now is true. True. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Do you all think the Royal Flush Gang are actually biologically related, or do they just play a family based on the relation of their roles? I mean, I think the ones that we saw in Batman Beyond are, but I think that like we're seeing here, and like we saw in Justice League Unlimited, they don't necessarily have to be blood related. Capitalism board game is still on the shelves of Goodwill in 2040. True. What happened to Batman's head in this scene? It's like one of those. Which scene? On what we're on right now? I don't know. Damn, Ducky, your phone died. R.I.P. Lolled so hard at there's a second. I mean, like it's just you know, it's just grimdark stuff. Hey Mattie, have you ever seen Linkara's skits as Batman? They are funny as hell. Check it out. I haven't watched a lot of Linkara. I've watched like some of the ones he did on like horror movie comics and shit, but I don't think I've watched anything past that. I'm not sure if you know a lot about the Injustice universe, but if you read a story of Terry in that universe, do you? I don't know much of anything in Injustice other than Superman bad. I'm so down for an Arkham Beyond game, but I wonder how the story would work since Bruce Wayne is perceived dead in that universe. Yeah, I'm sure they could figure out a way to make it work, though. Maybe, like, someone else took up the Bat mantle for a while, and Terry comes across Dick Grayson Batman. I don't know. Guess who finally arrived? It's the Creeping Suspicions! Hey! I watched it and have liked their stuff in the past, but it seemed a lot like well-treaded story beats by now. Like the whole, will Batman kill Joker for what he did to Jason? Oh, so it is. So it is grimdark Batman. Have you watched other Bruce Timm animated DC films? Not all of them, but a lot of them. Oh shit, Above and Batman Beyond. Hey, how are you doing, man? Royal Flush found family moments. True. What is your favorite edible? All of them. I feel like they really like using the Royal Flush Gang in these comics. True, they really did. They really did pat them out, and I think a lot of the reason was because like they were, you know, villains that were already established in like DC lore, and so it's easier for them to come up with story ideas to pull from. Far-fetched, but hear me out. Christopher Nolan Batman Beyond movie set in no, thank you. I will pass on that wholeheartedly. I thought it'd be cool in a Batman Beyond where Bruce is dead that he meets an old man named Trey Malone that stands in for Bruce, later revealed to be an identity Bruce took up after his death. That could work. Froge. That is true. Froge is true. Alright, where were we? Crack! Damn, he just knocked that man out. Don't bother. It was my pleasure. You're supposed to be the queen? You're not good enough to polish this. Smack. Uh-oh. Got it. Damn, dude. I can't believe they fucked up Dr. Robotnik like this. Can't believe they canceled him. Woo! You're going in the discard pile, sister. Discard pile? How lame is that? Looks like it's down to you and me, Jack. King! I am the king! Thud. Sure you are. Thanks for the assist. I thought I was splattered. Hey, I should thank you. Would have taken a lot longer to track them down and stop them without your help. Damn, he's not having a fun time.
How's she holding up?
Just barely. She's feeling pretty betrayed. You know, between my family day and what she's going through, I'm beginning to think that relatives can be more trouble than they're worth.
I wouldn't know.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy. Terry's just like, oh shit, what the fuck did I just say to this man? I know his story, and I'm sitting here like, I mean, I guess with my complaint earlier, if they did it, we wouldn't get this. But like, it would have made sense to me to have it that, like, talked about earlier on, I feel like. Really not a fan of Christopher Nolan's Batman. Please explain. It's just, I don't know, man. Those always feel more like cop movies to me. Like, they're good movies, but they feel like cop movies more than Batman movies. And like, I don't want that tone for a Batman Beyond or really anything Batman. Like, I know Batman, like, canonically has like ties to the police and shit. Like, it's bound to happen, but like, those movies don't feel as though like something like a Poison Ivy or a Mr. Freeze or something along those lines could work. Like, it doesn't allow for like the goofier kind of Batman stuff because they're really steering into the cop drama aspect of it. And they're good movies, they're well put together, but they're not my cup of tea. They fucked up Chet. It's true. Can't say anything these days. Chet got canceled. If only the Flash was here to fight Chet. Yo, Flash could take him down. As Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know how to explain it, but on that scene, Batman's head was so big, and on the next page it was... Yeah, Craig Rousseau's anatomy in his drawings, especially in his early stuff, is kind of wonky. It's very distinct, and like it's very much like his style, but like it does lead to some goofy looking panels. I would love to see what Terry in the Injustice world would be like. It would be great if he's in Injustice 3. Bruce, my parents are dead. True. 6. What was the 6 for? Batman Begins is a good Batman movie. Dark Knight is a good crime thriller, where they replaced all the characters with Batman ones. Pretty much. We've already considered Emily Blunt for the Invisible Woman in John Watts' Fantastic. Who is Emily Blunt? I'm blanking on this woman's face. You could have him time travel to before Superman's dark turn, trying to prevent the events of one. Ooh, that could be cool. I respect it. Thanks for sharing your thoughts on it. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. They're good movies, and like, I definitely loved them at one point. But like, the more like Batman I experience, it's just like that's not the version of Batman I like the most. Let's see. In issue 1 of this comic series, imagine some kid thought he was Batman and just went berserk. Emily Blunt is John Krasinski's wife. I don't follow celebrities like this. I know John Krasinski just because of The Office and like because he's a weird CIA bootlicker guy. Have you never seen Quiet Place? I haven't seen Quiet Place. I do think that I have it on Vudu, maybe. So I'll try to give it some time. Are you guys gonna review the season of Batman Cape Crusaders in 2022? Maybe. It all depends on like our schedule and everything. But I would like to do coverage on it. I just watched an episode of the 1943 Batman serials, and I gotta say, it took itself far more seriously than I expected. We watched a couple episodes of that the other night on Discord. And it's an interesting little thing. We watched the 1940s Captain America though, and like those fights are so physical in that. Like it's kind of wild. Here we go. Here's the epilogue. I should keep it a secret, but I'm not going to. Come on, don't want to be late. Late for what?
Our dinner reservations.
Mr. Wayne, to what do we owe the pleasure?
You'd have to ask your son. This is his idea, and his treat.
Terry, what's going on? Damn. Bruce is mad as shit. Just wanted to make it up to you for being such a twip the other day.
So, why am I going along?
Because you reminded me that I should appreciate the family I still have. That's right. That's right. He already knows. He already knows that he's a perfect histocompatibility match. And in a weird way, I guess you qualify. Bruce is just like,
hey, Terry, have you ever heard of Cadmus? Cause boy, let me tell you, I have some things that,
Just gotta wonder what WB Studios execs are willing to take chances on. True. Bruce, be careful, Terry. One of the Flush Gang members has a deadly bee weapon. Bees, my god. Bruce getting flashbacks to Amazon attack Terry. Bruce, what the hell are you talking about? True. Mattie, I've been scratching my head about this, but I have to ask you, since you're the expert, is Teen Titans and the DCAU, since you see Batman in it? No, we've done 2 videos on Teen Titans and the DCAU, and one of them is much more thoroughly researched than the other, and more recent, the Will It Canon video, and it doesn't really work. Oh man, I wrote it on Portuguese. Oh, you're good. I saw it and I was just like, oh, that's not something I know how to read. But you know, I didn't want to be rude and be like, what the fuck is, you know, so glad you noticed it on your own. Man, Epilogue was way different when they adapted it to animation. At least they kept the twist. Found Family 2.
Found Family 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Terry, let me tell you about it, right? Like, that's what's going on in this moment. Okay, so there's not really a lot to timeline from this. Like, I know I gotta at the very least put the comic on here. But other than the comic itself, I feel like the only other timeline piece was like when they referenced Monopoly, volume 2, number 23, and then oh god, I forgot I had so many pictures from that Zootopia manga saved. Y'all know the one. Y'all know the one where Judy Hopps tells him that Arby's is closed. It's one hell of a ride. Would recommend if y'all ever need a new manga to read, just Google Zootopia Arby's, and you'll have some good old reading material. Mattie, what do you think about people asking you about your thoughts on X thing? I mean, I get why they ask, and like I'm down with y'all asking, but there's, for as much media that I do consume, there's a lot that I also haven't consumed, and so a lot of times I just don't have answers, and so I don't know. And I'm not trying to disappoint y'all by saying, man, I don't know, all the times when y'all ask me stuff, but I just legitimately don't know a lot of things. All right, Monopoly was invented in 1904. The earliest known version of Monopoly, known as the Landlord's Game, was designed by an American in 1904. First patented in 1904, but existed as early as 1902. You know what? I'm gonna do the Landlord's Game as the original, because Let me tell you, if you don't know the story of Monopoly, and I'm not remembering like all of the details off the top of my head, but like the story of Monopoly is kind of fucked. It was stolen from this woman, and she deserves the recognition, so I'm giving it to her. It was intentionally designed to be an anti-capitalist board game, and then somehow Milton Bradley was just like, nah, that's ours now, and we're not going to be as blunt about the messaging. Put this over here. And let's see, not Monopoly, the Landlords game is patented. Where did I save that as? Probably in my downloads folder, huh? Yep, there it is. Let's see. This whole comic series was asked. Nah. There was some good stuff in it. It's fun. It's a little bit lighthearted in comparison to the TV show, but it's not bad. Do you think any Bat family members will be in the new Batman cartoon? I don't think so. To me, it seems like it's going to be a solo thing, especially if like it is as close to being like a Bruce Timm passion project as I'm thinking it is, because he never really wanted Robin in like the Batman animated shit. It was just kind of a studio mandate, and he went with it. But I suppose we will see. I just don't think that it'll happen. I think he's gonna want to go a lot more into the like noir stuff than he even did in like animated series. Let's see. We know it's after the Royal Flush Gang's last appearance, since they referenced Tin being a waitress. Yeah, I'm gonna put it after the Batman Beyond issue 22, which is after the call already, which is the second to last episode. And that's how I'm gonna do it. Mattie, are you pipe for Loki? Am I pipe? Do I look like a pipe? I probably do. Probably look like I'm lined with lead. Yeah, I'm excited for Loki though. Imagine if Terry was the son of Diana and Bruce. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. There is also the reference to 10 only having been. No, he said years. He didn't say a year. At least I'm pretty sure he said years. What are your thoughts on the pizza I ate a couple hours ago? I mean, so long as there wasn't meat on it, then I wish it was a pizza I ate. But if there was meat on it, you can keep it. I mean, I ain't judging if you eat meat. It's a normal thing to do. I'm the abnormal one here. But yeah, I don't eat meat. But if there was no meat on it, then I am jealous. Because I might not eat meat, but I eat a fuck ton of pizza and I love it. Did you know the Monopoly guy is a caricature of an existing capitalist in history? I wouldn't doubt it. Now in English. I wonder if Superman exists in Nolan's universe. I would like to see his version of the character because he tried to do realistic things and a man flying in the sky with a blue costume. See, when Man of Steel was first announced, I thought it was going to be in the Nolan universe. Because, I thought Nolan being attached to it, and it coming so soon after Dark Knight Rises, I was just like, oh, okay, awesome. So this can be a universe where stuff works. And then they said, nope, that was a self-contained universe. We're doing something different now. Is this timeline only Batman Beyond? So far, Mattie, have you seen Spiral yet? I haven't even seen the original Saw movies. I've got the whole series on Vudu, and I've been meaning to watch them, but like, it's so hard to find the time. Mattie always seems to know literally everything suspicious and or criminal that like anyone has ever done. Do I have like a criminal database in my head? Hold on, who are we talking? Oh, probably the Monopoly thing, I assume. If Bruce Timm is steering the ship, we can assume Bane either won't be in it or be a massive jobber since he doesn't like him. Terry, have I ever told you the time I fought Two-Face, who was at one point calling himself One-Face, or how I thought rock and roll was nothing but death, crime, and the rage of a beast? I wish Bruce Timm would make up before Watchmen animated movie. I really feel like he could put a shine on it. Maybe. I feel like a before Watchmen movie would be a conflicting thing to exist. Let's see, wait, Mattie, you're a vegetarian? Yes, I have been vegetarian for like 10 years now, like close to 10 years, like 2012, 2013. Oh shit, I still gotta put the screen cap in, but I'm chatting with y'all. But yeah, like 2012, 2013 or something like that. I had been thinking about becoming a vegetarian, and then I got interested in a girl who already was a vegetarian, and so, you know, I did that thing that us guys do when we want to impress somebody that we like, and I was just like, all right, this was a thing that I was already kind of wanting to do anyway, so, you know, this is my chance. Let me show them I'm interested in the things they be doing. And apparently I've found out just by like being on Twitter, apparently this is a thing that like dudes do with like vegetarian and vegan girls all the time and almost never commit. But here I am like 8 or 9 years later, and I never stopped being a vegetarian. So, you know, like I said, it was something I was already thinking about doing before she came around, and then things didn't work out too well. It just didn't work out. I don't think she was interested in me. Either that or the time that we went to go see the Evil Dead remake, and I cheered because they were doing scenes that existed in the original but were very weird things to cheer about, like outside of the context of knowing that. Could have been like perceived as a red flag. But yeah, it just that was just a thing that didn't go anywhere, and I've just been vegetarian ever since. Let's see. Did I miss much? You missed the first issue, but not too much. We're doing 2 issues tonight, the 23rd and 24th. Most of the early DCAU crew didn't like him from what I remember. Yeah. Will we ever get a Spawn movie? We had one back in the 90s, but if you're talking about a new one, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I mean a new one. There we go. How do you feel about... then why was he in the DCAU? Are y'all talking about Bane still? Basically, Bruce Timm thought the whole Bane thing was stupid, and so he wanted to do it on the show and like completely subvert the spine breaker. He was like, man, fuck this. Like, Batman wouldn't get his spine broke, and that's how we got Bane on the show. How do you feel about Dave Bautista playing Bane? That'd be cool. I'd be down with that. Do you think the Dark Stars and Parallax could work in the DCAU? I don't know much about the Dark Stars. Parallax, I don't know too much about. I know it's Hal gone rogue. I think you would need to build up Hal as a character first to even make it worthwhile. But that's just my opinion. Beast Boy is a vegetarian. That is true. We named my dog Ace like the Batman dog. Hell yeah. Animal Man is also a vegetarian. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I remember Bruce Timm saying in an interview years back that his quintessential version of Batman was a version hadn't been made and would be sort of primal and barely human. So I wonder if we'll see that in the new series. Possibly. I got a bit upset when I heard about those comics of Batman Beyond that Wonder Woman kills the other version of Wonder Woman and marries the evil Superman. Those comics are so weird. They're certainly interesting. Could you turn the music down or off, please? I can't hear the music at all in my ears, but let me see. Where is background music? I can turn it down a little bit more. There we go. It's down a little bit. Which is dumb considering that Batman and Bane running around for days capturing villains before the spine break. Guess Bruce Timm missed that part. You think Blacklight is Macron? Macron? Who is Macron? You could really lean into Luchador Bane with Batista. True, that's true. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick because my seltzer is almost empty, and then we'll come back and we'll start the next one. So let me put y'all on standby real fast. Oh, there we go. That's the right button too. I'm back. Hey. Let's see. We had a couple questions. Will Wonder Bat ever become canon? Maybe JL Infinity. I don't know. Who's to say? It's not gonna end well either way. Wonder Woman's still around in Batman Beyond, and Bruce and her ain't together. So you're just setting yourself up for heartbreak there. Any Flash villains other than the obvious ones that you would be interested to see in the DCAU? I mean, we got so many Flash villains in Flash and Substance that I would love for them to really just make a Flash show. Just make a whole Flash show in the DCAU and put them in. Just be like, we already got the character models. Let's go. They made them all for that one episode and then didn't do shit with them elsewhere. Who wants to draw a comic book I wrote is about a female vigilante, half Lisbeth Salander, half Rorschach. Hey, if any of y'all are artists looking for a job, there you go. Why did Harley and Ivy break up? I don't know. Did they? Let's see. Out of the DCAU, then it's another universe entirely. Dave Bautista is leaving the MCU in pursuit of character of Bane. I'd be interested to see it. DCAU future is fixed or can be changed. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the Batman Beyond show is just, it's the thing that exists as the future. So, you know, I don't see it changing. But I mean, it can change. We see it change in Once and Future Thing. So, who's to say? All right, we got one more. Wait, this is the one we just read. Go to here. And then scoot over to number 24. And get the chat back up on my phone. It seems fixed in animation, but other material like the skirt. Yeah. If there was to be a Green Arrow, the animated series, how much, if any, influence do you think it'd take from Arrow? I mean, if you're talking like DCAU set, I don't think it would at all. But otherwise, who's to say? Villains for the new Superman cartoon I want are Lex, Bizarro, Doomsday, Zod, Parasite, Darkseid, Brainiac, and Mattel. It's a good list. Put Toyman on there. R.I.P. Darwin Cook. True. This is a Darwin Cook cover, isn't it? He's was a fantastic fucking artist. Wait.
McGinnis, didn't you say your mom was working late tonight?
Astrotech, yeah. Astrotech has her on some big project. Why?
You better get over there fast. There's big trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Splicers.
Yeah, it's got my arm.
Back up. Front gate needs back.
Terry's mom dates a splicer. We've got him in our sights.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gorilla makes the tackle. Huh. Go to it, Rammer.
Slam. Ooh. Slam. Ooh. Doesn't that give you a headache?
Huh?
Maybe goats shouldn't fly.
Yeah!
Maybe bats shouldn't talk.
Ooh. Grah!
Warning, fence is electrified to keep animals in.
Yeah!
Told ya. Ooh. Hairy faces hide a glass jaw. Ack! And you, young man, are grounded. Ugh. This is Mr. Wing Beyond. That's who I'm, Hold on, is this still Craig Rousseau drawing? Yeah, it is. It actually kind of looks on model here and, like, really fucking good. So I was a little surprised. Oh, why does my phone keep closing? I've got the stream playing so it won't. And yet... You don't like Toyman? Aw, come on. Toyman's cool. Nice Bruce Wayne voice. Well, thank you. It's like an audiobook. I'm gonna say it looks like Terry is part of a Beast Wars. God damn it. I need to rewatch that show. It's been so long.
Prepare to be ripped to shreds, Batman!
In the words of your fellow travelers, Gerda, you!
Oof!
Thunk. I knew these old retro papers were good for something. Bad Wolfie. Bad. Bad Wolfie. Yep. One of the splicers got away. I wish I knew what they were after.
Not easy to find out. Astrotech keeps a tight lid on its government contracts. Your mom works there. She might know something.
She might know. She'd never tell. She takes her job very seriously.
You could trick it out of her.
Hey, that's my mother you're talking about. Whatever they were after, they went home empty-handed. What would you do if you were making out with your GF and then Batman appears and starts choking you and says,
"Now talk!"
You know what, chat? I'm gonna let all of y'all answer that one. What would you do if you making out with your honey and Batman starts choking the shit out of you? Would you call him daddy, or like would you, how would you react to this? Because I mean, I don't think there's an easy way to deal with it, other than just making him uncomfortable, calling him daddy, and being like, "Yes, keep going." It's the only way to get away from him. Beast Wars characters will be in the 3rd season of Transformers War for Cybertron. Ooh, I haven't watched any Transformers since Beast Wars. I should catch up. In my headcanon, Bruce keeps an old newspaper in the bat suit's utility belt for such occasion. Anyone got any random? Let's see. I'd start with can't, you're choking me. Oh, true. I mean, I guess that one would work. Or should I say empty pod? Where are the others?
There was a problem. We weren't able to get into the lab to get the... Daddy!
Worthless piece of genetic garbage. Splice one tiny sequence onto your pathetic genes and they make you stupid. Look at me. I've spliced genetic material from dozens of creatures, but I've been able to control them, call them up at will. But this call for my human shape, so I can find my own way into Astrotech. This calls for my human shape, so I can find my own way into Astrotech through a back door. So, how do I look? Fine. So did you meet him? Did you meet Batman? Did you even see him? No, I didn't. How's my hair? Maybe you should cancel your date after your big scare. I'm fine. I didn't even know anything was going on until it was over. Still, I'm really uncomfortable with you going out like this. Of course you are. You're my eldest son and you're jealous. Well, hello there. You must be Matt. My mom says make yourself at home. She'll be right out. Then I guess that's what I'll do. Make myself at home. Noah, I'd like you to meet my eldest son. Terry, how nice to finally meet you. Yeah, nice. You better have my mom home early so I can go out on patrol, I mean.
You sure that's what you meant?
What else?
You sure you're not just a little jealous?
I'm not jealous. Hey! Get out of here, pixel face. Hold on. Hold on. Is that TNBA bat suit colored like the BTAS bat suit? Is James gonna have a conniption fit if I send that to him? I think he'll be so upset. I still don't believe that Beast Wars is canon to Transformers. Crab people through hell and time. Late answer, but I'd say boiling a wooga humuna humana wolf whistle. So it's so funny. The dress has mom looking thin. Where's she at? Yeah, they do be kind of drawing her a little different. Can I ask what happened to Lex Luthor in the future? I mean, the last thing we know of for sure is that him and Darkseid became one with the Source Wall. On different occasions, Dwayne McDuffie said that they escaped the Source Wall, but also has said that they're still part of the Source Wall. So there's no way of knowing for sure. But currently, that's the last we know about Luthor. Batman and Harley Quinn suit in the case. I don't know about that one. Get out of here, Pixel Face. I just have a gut feeling about this guy. I don't trust him. I want to believe that this is specifically an insult because it is a reference to how bad Pixels from Adam Sandler is. That is my firmly held belief in the future of Batman Beyond. Pixels is still just so notoriously bad. So not highly, so thoroughly. I always forget how to spell thoroughly. Oh my god. Y'all are watching me be stupid in real time. So thoroughly look down upon that it has become the basis for insults in the 2040s. And tweet. Lex built a house in the Source Wall and also may have gotten a Source Wall dog. His Source Wall dog was actually Lex from the Crypto the Super Dog universe, though, and he just has him tied up on a fucking leash. Would be awesome if Lex returned in Justice League Infinity. I mean, it'd be interesting to see. Maybe they cracked the Source Wall or something. Who knows? Lex and Darkseid are having a wacky, mismatched roommate comedy in the Source Wall. I'd be down for that. When is BTAC 2 coming out? And Justice League Infinity. If I remember correctly, BTAC 2 is like really early in June, and Justice League Infinity is really early in July. Instead, on WandaVision, it's Lex side. Excuse me. The Earth 12 comics seem to insinuate that Luthor escaped the Source Wall, but even in that, he gets banished to the Phantom Zone, so the dude just can't win. Yeah, but like, that was in the Superman Beyond title, right? Which was like before they decided that they wanted to pull the DCAU stuff into that world. It's a Big Bang Theory parody. Oh, the roommate comic. I got it. I got the joke. He's a genius billionaire scientist. He's the all-powerful ruler of a burning planet. Can't they get along at the edge of reality? I'm down for it. Oh, damn, dude. Damn, Matt's being abused. Oh, Matt's the Pixel Face. They put that in there just so he could abuse Matt for a second, I guess. Well then.
Of course you don't. You're her son. You wouldn't trust any man she went out with.
It's more than that. I mean it, Bruce. Something's not right about the guy. Terry was a real worry. Oh, Terry was a real worry for a while, but thank goodness he finally straightened out. Single mom with an exciting job. Must be fascinating working on all that stuff from the Mars excavations. Mars excavations? Hold on. Are we, what are we excavating up there? How does Jean feel about this? I didn't say anything about the Mars excavations. The newspaper reports, you can read between the lines. You know, I'm really not comfortable talking about this. I read a rumor that they extracted complete strands of an alien DNA. This is so funny. Like now that like Justice League and shit happened after this. I mean it, Noah. I'm not allowed to discuss. I think it was in the Superman Batman annual, but either way, likely not canon. Yeah. Hey Mattie, when Transformers Beast Wars toy line, there was an Optimus Primal that transformed into a bat. Oh, that's neat. Bruce now understands what it's like to be Oracle. True. And there was a repaint from a convention called BotCon, and his name was Onyx Primal. That sounds cool. I was never really good with the Transformers toys. Like, somehow I always ended up breaking them when I was trying to transform them as a kid. Specifically, I had one that was like a bee or a yellow jacket or something, and accidentally busted some legs off.
You're her son. You wouldn't trust any man she went out with.
Sounds like Bruce has thought about this before. True. Please don't go. It's just that I find space so exciting. I won't say another word, I promise. I don't want to spoil this perfect evening. In fact, I'd like it to go past dinner. Hello, boys! You're home early. Date not go so well? I'm taking your mother to a nightclub. I suggested she come home and get a warmer wrap and a smaller purse. Now, I may be out really late, so I don't want you going out with him. You don't want? Everything isn't about you. I get to have a life too, and I'm not going to let your petty little boy jealousy spoil this evening for me. Damn, she went in fucking hard. What does Mary McGinnis do for a living? She works for Astrotech, apparently. The Beast Wars ones were notoriously brittle. Okay, so it wasn't just me then. That's good to know. The Armada toys were sturdy as heck. I think I had the... God, now that y'all are talking, we had... It wasn't mine, it was my stepbrother's. Unicron Armada toy. Was that the one? Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Yes, this was the one. We had this. Though I guess that doesn't say Armada on it. They lost, like, all the fucking, like, pieces that go around the dome, but it was still a pretty fucking cool toy. Can we talk about Epilogue? I mean, I guess. You probably had a repainted Waspinator. That's possible. Was that what it was called? Waspinator? Let me see. Was this it? I think... This vaguely looks familiar, but it doesn't feel right. This might have been... It's been so long. Like, I mean, I was like a child, so it's a very distant memory. This might be right, but it doesn't feel right, you know? What is tomorrow's video about? It's part one of a two-part interview we did with Rich Vogel, the writer of many episodes, many iconic episodes of the DCAU, going all the way back from Superman the Animated Series and even up through Justice League, right? So he worked on Superman, New Batman Adventures, Batman Beyond, Zeta Project, Justice League. He really, really helped create that universe and make it as good as it is. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. Mom, please, this little bat boy jealousy. True. Other people be having Unicrons. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I just had one Transformers toy, and it wasn't original, and I think that it didn't transform into anything. Damn. Terry's mom went from 0 to 100. Yeah, she did. She's trying to get hurt. I had that Unicron that's actually the one Armada figure that actually did sort of break on me. The Sideways was awesome though. Yeah, it's been so long since I've fucked around with Transformers. I really need to get back into it. Mom, please. I'll be home when I'm home. Hello, Max. Can you babysit?
So, what's your plan? Fly around in stealth mode spying on your mother's boyfriend? Have you even thought this out?
If you don't trust my instincts, then you don't trust me.
I trust you.
Then can I take your car or not?
The car belongs to Batman. It's up to him.
I'll have it back before it turns back into a pumpkin. Why are we stopping in front of Astrotech? You have your ID pass with you, Mary. I carry it all the time, but why? Because I need to get into the lab, my dear. Oh my god, you're one of them! The splicers who try to break in, but how? A gift of heredity. Something in my DNA allows me to control the splicing instead of it controlling me. So, a trait like this deadly scorpion stinger can remain dormant until I want it to manifest. Now, we will walk calmly into your building and past all the checkpoints, or you'll feel the sting of my scorpion hand.
You're here late, Mrs. McGinnis.
Left something in the office, Barry. I'll be just a few minutes.
Barry?
Is this Barry Allen? Is this the DCAU Barry Allen? Did we just find him again? We've gone through like 2 different Justice League books recently where Barry's mentioned. If you haven't been around in the book club streams. So, you know. Just dragging that joke on forward. Cinderella reference. Yeah, I got that in my head for throwing on the timeline. Current Transformers toys are the best they've been since the 80s. Honestly, they're great, but they're a bit pricey. Well, I don't have as much room for toys as I used to have. So, you know, but at the very least, I do want to kind of get back into like the property storylines and shit. Have to go now. Bye, Mattie. Oh, well, take care. Bruce called Terry Batman so trustfully. I love it. Right? It's a good moment. Kind of uncomfortable seeing Terry's mom in this light, to be honest. What do you mean? Being the damsel in distress? OMG, it's him. It's whom? It's whomst. Oh, Barry Allen. Duh. Reacting to the little funny haha I'm making. Of course. Batman, I trust you, Terry, so you let I have the car. Batman, not so much. Not even the Speed Force could grow that mustache.
Find them yet?
They were supposed to be at Club Megaton, but they weren't. Slag it. I should have put a tracer on her.
Too late. You're going to have to break off this little mom recon. There's an internal alarm in Astrotech, Biomech Labs. I want you to check it out. And be careful. I know what the splicers are after.
Bad?
The last Mars expedition, soil samples had complete DNA sequences.
Don't tell me alien DNA.
Yes.
No, not even a splicer would be stupid enough to dip into an alien gene pool. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There, the alien genetic material binds perfectly to the splicer juice, just as I'd hoped. Noah, please, you don't know what this might do. Ah, ecstasy. I can feel it. You know, whenever I splice, I can feel the connecting genes down to the cellular level, adding on to my own. All in my control.
All mine to command at will.
What kind of Martian is this? Noah!
Oh, go. What? What's happening to me?
The alien DNA is taking effect.
Not possible. I alone can control the... It's ripping me apart. You have to do something. Make it stop.
Make it stop.
Back away or we'll shoot. You dare. You have no idea what you're dealing with. No idea.
What the slag? Floosh, 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 floosh.
I told you I had no idea.
Ah! Smash. Damn, dude. Hulk's taking the moms. Did you know someone made an AI program that can write Star Wars trilogies? The more you know. I could see it. Recom. The Kingdom Hearts game. Recom. Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. I'll allow that abbreviation. Yep, just drink it. Should be fine. Just watch. This will be the debut of White Martians in the DCAU. Terry, alien DNA. Me being also a Warhammer 40k fan. Xenos. What is... Okay, I can see it. I can see it. Maybe you should have shouldn't have drank a random beaker of alien DNA and chemicals. Well, Mattie, they said, what the slag? I wonder if that is a reference to BW, because they said slag in the show. BW. BW, BW. BW. I'm blanking on what BW could stand for. Oh, Beast Wars. Oh my god. I'm stupid. I got it. I got it. I got it. This fool was like, I'm part animal. Clearly injecting alien DNA into me will end well. Well, you know, he's got like 7 different... This is the DCAU's Animal Man. No! Stop him! Floosh, floosh, floosh.
What's happening up there?
A splicer! Monster splicer! He got away and he's got a hostage!
It's Mary McGinnis.
Mom! Or was that was that not Bruce? Was that like a Astrotech? Whatever. Please, you need help!
Need? No! This body! I was wrong to resist it. It's magnificent!
Ah!
Scream, human! Scream all you want!
Help me, please, somebody!
Who do you think can help you now?
Let go of my mom, you freak! Oh, great, he spits acid.
Yarr!
Hey, I said, let her go!
Grrr!
If you won't listen to reason, gah, maybe you'll listen to this. He explodes him. Ah! Mom! Damn, dude, Mary McGinnis, post feet. Why do he look like the evil sponge from Goosebumps, though? Hold on. Evil sponge from Goosebumps? I wasn't allowed to watch Goosebumps as a kid. So I don't know anything about Goosebumps. Oh my god. Oh, this is terrifying. I don't like him. What show do you wish was canon in the DCAU? You know, I don't know. I don't know. This is King Kong level stuff. Who could help you now? Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Warhawk. Not gonna lie, I can live with this one not being canon. Damn, dude. Mary McGinnis just posting feet. Should I do it? Should I do it? I'm gonna, you know what? I'm choosing violence. I'm gonna do it. The internet has rotted my brain to the point where my first reaction to this panel wasn't, oh no, Terry's mom is in trouble. But instead, Mary McGinnis post feet. And there we go. There we go. That's out there in the open now. So I was thinking about it today. Say they do bring back the DC animated universe and decide to do the Jason Todd story. Given how the similarities between Jason and Tim, is there room for a new story that could knock it out of the park by comparing their two lives in some sort of life lesson repentance for Todd? That's what they tried to do in B-Tac, and it didn't really work out. I was not a fan of that. Even though James Tucker is against it, Legion of Superheroes works fine with DCAU canon. I don't think that it does. I don't think that's the case. I watched it recently, not like a couple years ago, and was just, like, there was something in it that like didn't sit right with me, and I'm forgetting what it was specifically now. Also looks like those little monsters in those fungus remover cream ads. Your turn to the dark side will be complete. You really choosing to be fucked up and evil on this stream tonight, huh? You know, it's not my fault. I didn't draw the Mary McGinnis feet. Hang on, I got you, Mom! Besides, we gotta have fun on the finale of this run of comics. I gotcha. Hold on, she's got shoes! She has shoes now! That's not correct! Why does she have these? Why is she wearing shoes? What the fuck? Those DCAU... From a technical standpoint, the only stuff that's canon, like officially deemed canon in the DCAU is the on-screen cartoon material and Batman Adventures Annual number 2. Those are the only things that are deemed canon. However, what we do and what our thing with Will It Canon kind of is like a mixture of debunking fan theories and seeing what could work inside of the DCAU. It's called It's called will it canon, not is it canon, right? So like, I see the DCAU as like being a much more interesting thing when you see all of this sprawled out stuff happening and you're able to fill in gaps from point A to point B. Like, it's interesting on its own right as the cartoons themselves, but like taking all of the tie-in material and, you know, filling out the world around the edges where Bruce Timm and co maybe didn't think to go ends up leading to some interesting stuff. And so I prefer the inclusive approach. And since we don't get as much DCAU as we used to, and for a while weren't getting any DCAU, that seemed like a thing that made sense for a while. And now they're just taking sledgehammers to all of it. So, you know. Mary, thank you, stranger. When is the next live stream? I think James is doing one on Tuesday, around noon Pacific time. Terry, no problem. If somehow Legacies became official canon, do you think you guys would feel more pressure or just continue how you have? Probably just continue. I mean, like, we would have a deadline and shit we would have to address, I'm sure. But otherwise, you know, I don't think there'd be any more stress to it. I'm curious what in Legions is dramatically against the DCAU. From what I've seen, it works fine with the other Legion episodes. There was something that stood out to me, and I'll have to rewatch it at some point whenever we do the eventual Will It Canon. But there was something that stood out whenever I watched it. Get out of here, you fucking bot. Hold on. Want to become famous? Yeah. I do want to become famous. Banned. There you go. You're gone. How canon is Creeper? Creeper is the only canon thing. Everything. The entire timeline, by the end of it, is just going to look like Creeper. I generally like to think the tie-in comics are canon until something they're in makes them have to not be canon. See, yeah, exactly. That's the way I like to go about it as well. So there are new Scooby-Doo Batman chapter books that use DCAU art, so now I like to think Scooby-Doo is part of the DCAU. Yeah, I know about those. James has pre-ordered a couple of them. So, you know, excited for that. Let's see. I gotcha. I Batman! Damn, dude, they killed that alien. I don't know what to say. You risked your life. It's all right, ma'am. It's what I do. Still, you're a good man, Batman. A good man. Damn, dude, she looks like she just went through an emo phase.
The alien DNA is resistant to the splicer antidote, so they've shipped him off to Metropolis. They've got facilities there.
Sniff, choke, whimper, sniff. I have to call you back. Mom, you okay? I was just thinking about you boys. I want you to grow up to be good men, and look what I brought home. There was no way for you to know. You knew, and if it weren't for Batman... So, you thought he was pretty shway? Yes, and so young. Young? He can't be more than 22. Oh, right. Young. Someone put him on the right road early. Yeah, I'll bet someone did. And there we go. That's the end of it. I thought I could have sworn there was a reveal that was Abel Cuvier, but I guess it didn't do that. But yes, that's the end. There's not really anything to... I mean, there was the Cinderella reference. So I guess I gotta drop... Jesus, where is... There it is. And let me get the issue. Where is it? Pop that bad boy in here. And I'll just have to move some of this stuff around to make it not overlap each other. But I can do that after I get off the stream. That's almost the correct size, I think. It might be exactly the correct size. And then we had Cinderella. What was the... God, what was the reference? Oh, damn. Look at that. Look at that. See, the way they do these digital crops on the panels, you miss... There's a Batman shadow on the wall. You miss parts of the art that are important. What you said about Creeper correlated with the 1997 run of Creeper. Oh, did it? DCAU to Creeper Animated Universe. Hey, Mattie, you said you were part of a band. Yes, yeah. So, God, from like 2012 to 2017, I was in a like an emo, screamo, post-hardcore kind of rock band. And we split up in 2017 when I moved out here to Seattle, but we are trying to get together again this summer to get some music recorded and get some shows going. But it is a difficult thing to try to do because the rest of the band's back in Florida and I'm here in Seattle. It's revealed at the end that once everyone dies, the only one left is Creeper and he's a god. Oh, damn. Hell yeah. I gotta read that then. There's also a Scooby-Doo Batman comic going on, and the issue looks like it has Tim looking like his DCAU version. Yeah, someone posted a picture of that in Discord the other day, and it was kind of weird looking. A good man Batman. I'm so confused. Snidgif. I might need to double check on TF Wiki. Oh, that's gotcha. That's part of a... What a finale. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got Mary McGinnis posting feet. We got the first Martians in the DCAU. So much. Hold on, why won't it let me? Okay, God, what page was the Cinderella? Does anyone remember what the it was like turning into a pumpkin, right? Was it the Batmobile? The pumpkin carriage. Okay, yeah. Sweet. Tight. Do you and James together have all DCAU comics, hard copy of DVD things? So we don't have like between both of us, we don't have everything, but we have a very large amount of it. But James is currently trying to get all of the Capstone, books. Especially since now that he has a little baby, they're gonna be growing up to read that shit soon. Let's see, Cinderella, save as. How do you think the future Justice League and Batman Beyond would have turned out, like cast-wise, if it were created after Justice League Unlimited? Oh God, I don't even know. It probably would have been a lot bigger, but. Wait, Mattie, do you think Beast Wars would be in the timeline too because of the line, what the slag? I mean, they say slag it in Batman Beyond all the time. I assume it's just a carryover of the vernacular that they had for the show already. Midnight Pumpkin. Okay, yeah. One thing I'll say about these tie-in comics is that they always end on a pretty optimistic note, except maybe for that one with Bruce and the homeless. I mean, they were trying there, but man, it was a little silly. Optimus Prime's voice actor Gary Chalk appeared in season 5 of Arrow as a bad guy. Interesting. I only ever watched the first 2 seasons, but I do want to watch all the CW stuff eventually. It's like 1 million years in the future, and it was part of the DC 1 million. Okay, the carriage again. In that Scooby-Doo series, Dick is Robin, so either Tim is just there now or Dick is dressing like him. Then we ask, what is the name of the band? No, I was not in anything near the size of the Beatles. My band's name was My Brother the Ocean. I think the biggest show that we played was with the band Law Dispute, who like they're a big band in like the at least the like hardcore emo kind of scene, stuff like that. But like if you mainly radio music, you ain't gonna hear them. So it's not like a brag. I don't feel like. But yeah, I think they're the biggest one we played with. There was them, there was the band, The Classic Crime, that we played with once. And we played with a couple bands that ended up being like decent size a couple years later. The band The Young and the Heartless and the band Microwave. But I think that's the extent of like notable acts that we've played with. The whole God thing is at the very, very end. Well, I'll have to read it anyway. The baby factored into James's purchases decisions, of course. I mean, let's be real. It wasn't for the baby, but he says that it's for the baby. I wonder what the Justice Lords is in the Batman Beyond times. They did a whole run on that, and we'll get into that at some point in the future. On the topic of DCAU, some episodes of Static are missing on HBO Max. Anyone know why? I've got no clue. It's God, I knew what 2 episodes they were. It was Toys in the Hood, and the one that has the speedster type dude who like freezes time. I forget what the name of the episode is. But yeah, for some reason those aren't on there. Gary Chalk has been in season 5 of Arrow. Oh, okay, that's y'all's conversation. We gotta figure out about this pumpkin carriage though. Cinderella pumpkin carriage. Was that part of the original story, or was that something Disney brought along? Cinderella. Let's just look up Cinderella. Was the pumpkin. The popularity of the tale was due to his additions to the story, including the pumpkin. Okay, tight. There we go. 1697. One of the most popular versions of Cinderella was written in French by Charles Perrault. 1697. Do. And where is the select tool? There it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and let's move them. I wish I knew more about DCAU Cobra, because I had just have Cobra is founded centuries ago, and I don't know if this is before or after the pumpkin. Oh. But I will treat it as before for now. Charles Perrault. Writes a French version of Cinderella. And now I gotta find an image that works with that. There we go. This one will work. Save image as. And now, back over here. Where did it save? To my downloads. There it is. Why does it doesn't want to line up properly? That's okay. I'll format it later. And 1697. And then add in. Where did I put my... Where did I put that screenshot? There it is. Found it. Future James, don't touch daddy's children books. An ep of the Batman is missing. That's a bummer. I've been meaning to finally sit down and watch that show. I think that and Beware the Batman are the two that I haven't watched yet. But I have been meaning to watch both of them. I gave the Batman a try one time. By looking up what IMDb said was the best episode and just watching that, and then I was just like, I don't know, not for me. But you know, I don't think that that's a fair way to assess the show, you know, nowadays, right? Because like that episode, I'm sure, was also informed by episodes before it. Let's see. Opinion on Gotham 1919 to 1939. I assume this is a silly joke. Control F is a lifesaver. That's true. Control F, saving us from reading since the birth of keyboard commands. HBO Max looked at Toys in the Hood and really said, no thanks, we're good. No toys in HBO's Hood. True. I never got to hear your impression of Etrigan. We did Etrigan a couple weeks back. I guess you just weren't here for it. It was probably, I don't remember like the specific voice, but it was probably something like this. The Batman deserves a Blu-ray release already. Let's be real. I'd be down for it. Let's see. What is my favorite band? You know, I have a lot of different favorite bands. Let's Spotify top bands. Let's see who I've listened to the most. Let's find a log into Spotify. Was it attached to my Facebook, I think? I guess not. Was it attached to my Google? I guess not. Hold on. Oh, it's probably attached to my old Hotmail account that I don't ever use. No. Well, drats. I'm sure I could figure it out from a different browser where I'm already logged into Spotify, maybe? My top bands, Spotify. Oh. There we go. Okay, let's do top 10 artists of all time. Okay, so my top 10 artists, apparently, are Dance Gavin Dance. That makes sense to me. Fall Out Boy. Also makes sense to me. Into It Over It. Say Anything. La Dispute. Johnny Foreigner. Kanye West. The Weeknd. Northbound. And The Gorillaz. So, you know, a little bit of mix of some more known stuff and some less known stuff. I feel like, if that gives you a good enough answer to what my favorite band is. Though I gotta say, I would love to see Taking Back Sunday one day. That's one that like For some reason, they're not on my top 10, but like one of my favorites. Terry screamed "Mom" just in front of her, and she didn't notice that he was Batman. Impressive stealth skills, Terry. True. Mattie, I think I found the band and searched on YouTube. Is one of the songs called "Not the Sun"? If so, I'm listening. Yes, that is me. That is the first track of our EP. Is Teen Titans 2003 on Blu-ray yet? Yes, they did Blu-rays through Warner Archive like a year or so ago. I will say Brave and the Bold on Blu-ray is a friggin' pretty show. Man, I need to give Brave and the Bold another run. It's been years. Let's see. I'm gonna try to catch up with this, and then we'll call it for the night. Since we finished both of the comics. So if y'all got any more questions or anything to get in, go for it. In JLU, why does Speedy look like Teen Titans Speedy, and why is he voiced by the same person? I would assume that it's just because they had the person there in the studio. You know, why not do a little cameo? The episode of The Batman is missing is a toy-themed one, so HBO Max seems to hate toy-based episodes. That's good to hear / read. I remember just seeing season 1 on Blu-ray, so I wasn't sure. Okay. Let's see. This is my first stream. Happy I made this one. Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad that you were here, Joel. Gotham 1919 to 1939 is an unofficial book that is their take on what the Batman universe could look like in the early 20th century. Interesting. I haven't heard of it. I'd have to give it a look. You haven't changed your Google PFP, Mattie? I know. I need to change it, but you know, so it goes. Guess we'll never know. Let's see. I'm glad to have streamed with you. Come again. Hell yeah. What about Jason Blood? Doubt he also sounded so gruff. No, I don't think he was as gruff, but I don't remember what the voice was that I did for him at all. What was your reaction the first time you saw Return of the Joker and Epilogue? I loved both of them. Like, both were fantastic. I remember my first viewing of both of those actually really fucking well. I first saw Return of the Joker at a friend's house who I knew that their family was better off than our family was, because we lived in a trailer and they lived in a 2-story house and they had a Dreamcast. And so all day I'm playing, not all day, like all night. It's a dinner party thing for the adults or whatever. So all night I'm sitting there playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the Dreamcast, having a hell of a time. And then the kid is like, "Hey, have you seen the Batman Beyond movie yet?" And we put that on, and Jesus, I was terrified by just how absolutely brutal it was. It was very dark. I don't even remember if it was the cut or the uncut version, but either one, it was just an incredibly dark experience. Like, it shook me as a kid. It was a lot. Years later is when I finally saw Epilogue for the first time. And I hadn't watched Justice League Unlimited. I think, like, I had watched, like, the first episode, and for some reason, my brain as a kid was just like, oh my god, they just ran out of ideas for the characters that they did have, and so they're just like, what if we put in all the other characters? And I thought it was a cheap cop-out at the time, and I just lost interest. Looking back, I was a dumbass as a child, but in like the mid 2000s or so, like 2008-ish, people were uploading complete shows to YouTube all the time, and the copyright censors weren't nearly as strict as they are today. And so I watched Epilogue on YouTube because it came up in my recommended feed as a Lost Batman Beyond episode, and I was just like, yo, what? And I watched it, and the whole thing fucking blew me away. I was completely just floored by how beautiful a piece of art that thing is. And like, people can get mad about the twist all they want to, whatever. At the end of the day, it's a beautiful episode, and the only way that they could have made that story happen was to have the twist. So, you know, I'm not against the twist. I think it was a really, really good way to end off the DCAU, which they thought was going to be the case, and having Phantasm come back and having like the Grey Ghost movie thing, like, just like they threw everything in there, and like having grown up on this version of Batman, like it really was something special to see. At one point I wanted to get an epilogue tattoo. I was planning on it being my first tattoo, and then I didn't follow through on it. And I don't know that I ever will, but that is how I feel about it. Mattie, since your first Transformers were Beast Wars, I totally recommend starting with Transformers Kingdom. I will try to keep that in mind. This may be irrelevant, but since I watched both on Kids WB, Static Shock and X-Men Evolution are the DC Marvel properties I most associate with each other. I could see that. The guy who did most of the design work for X-Men Evolution used to work for Warner Brothers and was doing like DCAU stuff as well. So like even design wise, like I could see it fitting. Def check out the Gotham 19 to 39 because it's really good. I'll have to give it a look. Who would win in a fight, Yellow Batman Beyond or Hal Jordan? Jason Todd would come in and kill them both. Dreamcast Power Stone War. Tony Hawk and Return of the Joker sounds like a magical day. Oh, trust me, it was so fun. What's one of your favorite media references in the DCAU? I do like that Jon Stewart's favorite movie is Old Yeller. It's been a while since I watched that movie, but like I used to watch it on loop as a kid, and I get it. I get why it would be. Jon Stewart's a big old softy and doesn't want to show it, and I think that's a nice touch to the character. I was shook by the scary robot on the THX logo. Scared me so bad. I had a nightmare. The thing leapt out of my TV. Oh, jeez. I think that you should watch Ben 10 Alien Force. Dwayne McDuffie directed it as well. So I think... that's in the plans. If you saw the Adventures Continue Justice League Infinity video, we're planning on doing like Ben 10 series reviews, and by we, I mean me. And I guess James or Connor would be doing the editing, but you know, like I would be the one presenting. It's not going to be like a three-man show, is what I'm saying, more or less. But when I watched the original Ben 10 series, I ended up not being a really big fan of it, and I decided, okay, well, before I make this video, like I need to give the show a second watch through, and like just be sure that like it wasn't because I was in a bad mood or something. And I'm still not a huge fan of the original series, but I'm like partway through the second season on my second watch through, and I need to finish that up, and it's been difficult to find the time, mainly because I've been doing college on top of the YouTube stuff, and we're starting to try to plan a wedding and everything. So you know, finding the time to finish watching a show that I didn't really gel with too well is harder than I anticipated it to be. Though I don't want to do it as like a "grr, the show is bad" kind of video. So I'm trying to like write a bunch of notes as I go and find a balance in my approach, and hopefully whatever I come with, whether you agree with me or not, will end up being something special. But I'm excited to get that one out of the way so that I can go into Alien Force, because I've been hearing a lot of good about it. and I'm really, really interested in seeing some more Dwayne McDuffie work. Let's see. The awkward tattoo of the epilogue twist would have made making it a secret difficult. Oh no, it wasn't gonna be about the twist. It was either gonna be the moment with Batman and Ace on the swings, or like I had something a little bit more stylized that was gonna be like old Bruce with like a Batman shadow kind of behind him. But I ended up falling out of love with both of the ideas as I got older. Let's see. I just thought both were beautiful stories. See, I'm glad I'm not alone there. Mattie, have you ever played the original Halo games? I played the first one when it came out because it was a big fucking deal at the time. Like that shit was so hyped up. And then I didn't ever follow up on the series. I wasn't allowed to play them, really, was the thing. But my stepdad played Halo, and so when I was at my mom's house, every now and then he'd be like, "Hey, come on, play a game with me." So you know. See, I freaking love X-Men Evolution. Doesn't get a fraction of the love it deserves. I love X-Men Evolution as well. That's another one I want to rewatch soon. You ever seen Die Hard? If so, is it a Christmas movie? A movie that takes place around Christmas isn't by definition a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas set piece that a movie about something entirely different is working around. Let's see. More X-Men stuff. A wedding, yes. Sissy and I are getting married. We got engaged like right before the pandemic. And then, everything closed down. But hopefully we'll be looking for venues when we go to Georgia next month. One Marvel character that you wish was canon in the DC universe. Gambit. Automatically, just Gambit. I'll be honest, I didn't like the Ultimate Alien Force era. Omniverse was my jam. I've heard that one's good too. Hey Rob, you're coming in at the very tail end of things. I'm finishing catching up with the chat, and then I was about to hop off because Sissy and I gotta look at wedding venues and shit. Take it easy, Ducky730. Alien Force season 1 and 2 is fun. That's what I've heard. I've heard season 3 got kind of rough. You think in the DCAU, Jack got tired of Batman flip-flopping between liking and hating the Creeper, so he just sought out an early retirement? Nah, he's still on the Justice League to this very day. Hey, I just got into your videos. I really enjoy your content. I appreciate what you do. Well, thank you. Thanks for giving your time on this earth to something that we work on. It's always great to hear that y'all like what we're doing. Is Batman Returns a Christmas movie? It's been so long since I've watched it. Was that like a Christmas thing? But yeah, anyway, there we go. We're at the end of the chat. We just reached the bottom. Wait, one more. The parents say I need to stow. Well, sounds like everyone else is stowing and going and leaving on their own. That, like, it makes sense for this to be it. Is Batman Jesus? I'm gonna say something that might get me in trouble, so instead I'm just gonna